What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Starting a new week, and today's the last day of the month, guys. So, tomorrow, first day of March, and we do it all over again for another month. What's going on? How's everybody doing this morning? Let me put out a couple tweets here, let everybody know we're live, and then we'll start jumping into today's scans, Q&As, and plans, and all that good stuff, all right? So give me 1 second here. In the meanwhile, you can start getting your tickers ready so that we can go over those together. Okay, so how about that Ukraine, huh? Suckers got fight in them. They got fight in them. Not giving up. Dwayne, what's up? What's up? Good stuff. Joe, what's going on? All right, guys. All right, so I got that sent out. So let's take a look here to see some news. We have Berkshire Hathaway reported record annual profits in 2021, helped in large by its investment in Apple. Berkshire also bought back a record $27 billion in stock last year, but the pace of the buyback slowed during the fourth quarter. Berkshire Class B shares fell 1% in pre-market. BP shares tumbled 7.1% in pre-market after saying it would sell nearly 20% stake in Russian state-controlled oil producer. Okay, so we got that. Let's take a look at BP. Oh, there it is. All right. REGI, that one's hitting on the gap scan this morning here to take a look. REGI, right here on the gap scan, and it's out here. So REGI, renewable energy, the maker of renewable energy fuels, agreed to be acquired by Chevron for $61.50 a share, compared to the Friday close of $43.81. Wow. You know that one was in play, I think it was last week. So pretty much anyone that might have bought this thing for a swing trade while it was in play just got paid handsomely. So REGI being bought out by Chevron for $61.50 a share. Just taking a look at some of the news here. Jackie, good morning. All right, so Joe says LNG. Let's take a look at that one. All right, so energy sector. Made a move this morning up here to 142, all the way back down here to 134. Very, very light volume in pre-market. I mean, it is a light volume stock, period. It is a light volume stock. Right now, I mean, it's not looking that greatest right now, but if it can hold 130, high of that candle's 129.69. So if it can hold at least that 130 area, you know, maybe you got a shot there at something. But right now, you'd like to see it get back up above this high here from the 24th. That high is 129.69. Whoa, that's this one. My bad. 139.50. Yeah, if it can get back above that, then yeah, you know. But right now, you'd be looking probably for a deep pullback because it needs to find some support. Morning, Keshra. Glad to have you on here. So yeah, guys, as far as like the earnings stuff that I'm looking through here, stocks making the biggest moves: BP, First Horizon, Defense. Let's see here. FHN. So First Horizon shares surged 32.3% in pre-market trading after the bank agreed to be acquired by Toronto. So another buyout here at $25 a share. It's being bought out by Toronto Dominion TD in an all-cash deal worth $25 a share or $13.4 billion. The move will help Toronto Dominion expand its presence in the southern part of the U.S. So yeah, like most of the stuff, not much going on there. So yesterday, overnight we had a big drop in futures, and it was brought mainly because of more sanctions on Russia, and I think probably the most key word of it all was Putin using the word nuclear in one of the press releases. So I think that's primarily why we saw futures last night get nasty. So right now, oh yeah, they were also removed or are being sanctioned, and with the effect of taking Russia out of SWIFT. So they have their own bank communications type system, obviously not like SWIFT. So that's definitely going to hurt them. But these sanctions aren't going to hurt overnight. Like, it's not like bang. So you get knee-jerk reactions in the market from it. But the reality is that the sanctions, it's going to take months minimum before they feel that effect. So take it with a grain of salt. But the futures didn't like it, and Wall Street, let's see here, Wall Street set to open in the red amid new sanctions against Russia. So you'll see here, U.S. stock futures moved lower Monday, but were off their morning lows as Russian and Ukraine officials gathered to discuss potential end to the hostilities between the two sides. Dow futures dropped 250 points, or nearly 0.8%. S&P 500 futures fell 0.9%. NASDAQ 100 futures lost 0.9%. The move comes amid turmoil over the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, where Ukrainian forces have held key cities, including the capital of Kyiv. At the same time, Ukrainian officials have arrived near the border for talks with Russia officials. Let's see what else we have here. In most recent financial developments, Central Bank of Russia more than doubled its key interest rates to 20% from 9.5% in reaction to a currency move that saw the ruble tumble nearly 16% against the U.S. dollar. Over the weekend, the U.S. joined allies in Europe and Canada in moving to bar key Russian banks from the interbank messaging system, SWIFT. That's what I had mentioned earlier. The system connects more than 11,000 banks and financial institutions in more than 200 countries and territories. So that's what's going on there. That's key. That's big, but it's not like they're going to feel the effect of this right away. All right, let's see what else. Here we go. This is the key word right here that I think is what caused futures overnight to really get hit. And that's Russian, I'm not calling the guy president, dictator Vladimir Putin put his country's nuclear deterrence force on high alert Sunday. I think that key word there, nuclear, is what really set off futures last night. Because last night you saw the futures get hit, big drop, and then just sideways. Now, obviously here, we're pre-market. You have had some recovery in the SPY. Back up here to the the low 430s. But futures were actually like down here last night at 420 in the 428. So we've now actually gotten back up here. We even tested 434, which seems pretty intense, to be honest, to see it get all the way back up here. But yeah, last night if we would have opened up, we would have opened up around 428 and change. Let's see what else. Ukraine Defense Ministry said representative of Ukraine and Russia have agreed to meet. Okay, we saw that. Early Thursday morning local time, Moscow launched military action in Ukraine. Okay, not much else. All right, not much else. So now we know why we had the gap down, okay, and why futures got hit hard last night. It was a mix between the sanctions where Russian banks are being taken off SWIFT, and then we have the nuclear talks from what's his face, Putin. So that's why you got that gap down, and that's why you have the futures tank last night. Morning, Monarchy. All right, guys. So now we're up to date with those little key points with the Russian-Ukraine news, which those are the key takeaways for right now from the weekend and overnight. Let's jump into a little Q&A. You guys have any tickers, any stocks, any questions? If you have a ticker you want me to bring up and look at, bring it up and analyze it with you on the charts, we'll do that. And if you have any other questions, period, it doesn't matter. It could be technical questions on how to trade a specific pattern, whatever you have, throw it up in chat now, and then we can go ahead and get to work. After that, we will go ahead and start looking into the scans and the rest of the news and formulating our watch list for the day. If no questions, then what we'll do is we'll just jump straight away into the scans. If no questions, then what we'll do is we'll just jump straight away into the scans. Morning, Keith. TALO. You got it. So TALO. You have a clear $14 resistance level. You can see it right here. And right in there. Right? And this level also, if we scroll back a little bit. Let's scroll back a little bit here. You could see resistance back here. Back here, like there's been moments, brief moments where it's broken up and over that $14 zone, but then boop, quickly just gotten right back underneath it and then showing up as resistance. You have a little temporary support here and here, and now if we fast forward back here again, boom, resistance, we break up above it, get back underneath it, break up above it, right back, like right back underneath it. And then resistance. And then now here we are at it again, resistance. So it's like a 50-50 thing right here with it, right? If it can break up and over that level and begin to hold it, maybe this is the time, right? This is the time where it's just given up and that level just breaks and it's done. Or maybe it gets stuffed and it comes right back down here to the 200-day moving average in the $12 zone. But that is that key level right there at 14 on that one. All right, guys, you got another one? You want me to take a look at for you? All right, if you don't have another one, we'll just jump into the scans, guys. Okay, Monarchy says ALF. ALF. You know what? That one's actually on the weekly watch list. Let me show you guys the weekly watch list this morning. Okay, Monarchy says ALF. So watch list. This is the dashboard over at the daytraderchatroom.com. So the weekly watch list has the SPY. We sent this out to everybody's email last night as well. SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, PayPal, and ALF. ALF. Watching the 270s area to see if that can hold support. Nvidia, PayPal, and ALF. So ALF. Let's see how it's moving around today. Pre-market. Oh, look at that. So ALF. Let's see how it's moving around today. Pre-market. So it still stands. I want to see if it can break and hold that level, because see how we're underneath it. See how 270 we're underneath it right there. This is previous support here. Previous support, turned resistance, and now where have we found resistance today? Look at that. This is today's candle. Like, I really like this about the TC2000 charts. It really shows you the pre-market candle. It shows it like a daily here. Like if it was, you know, a day's trading, you can, you know, see it clearly. When the market opens, it updates, obviously. But look at that. Right there to the penny, basically. So you really want to see a break and hold of that level. Otherwise, that level might end up being resistance. And if it is, you might see a fade back down here towards those previous highs there in that 210, 215 zone. Let's see, what's the high here exactly? So this high is 212. So if that holds up as resistance, you could fade it. You could fade it back down if you have shorts on it. Oh, my eyes are so dry this morning, man. Annoying. All right. The King. What's up, man? Good morning. BP. Oh, yeah. We actually went over that one a minute ago. The reason why BP has that gap down is because they have sold off Russian oil. Let me see if I can get you that information again. So BP shares tumbled 7.1% in pre-market after saying it would sell its nearly 20% stake in Russian state-controlled oil producer Rosneft following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So that's why that happened. I think BP recovers off of that. You know, I think this 200-day should hold support. Look at the 200-day support on this stock. It's pierced it, but what happens every time it pierces it? Boom, reclaims it right away. Look at this. That red line is the 200-day moving average on my chart. And now where are we? We're coming down here to test it. So definitely keep eyes on that. So FUV. Yeah, the problem here is just this 50-day moving average right now, and really needs to get up and over that level. If it can get up and over that level, then it has a little room here. You know, you got room to about 780s, maybe 790s. Then you have this 100-day moving average here, right around 8/8s, the mid 8s. But it's really tight. But it does have some room there towards the mid 7s and then the mid 8s. But it has to break. It has to break that 50-day moving average and begin to hold it. It's not an easy task. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy task. Look at all this. Look at resistance here at 7. Resistance at 7. It's not going to be an easy task on that one. Oh yeah. All right, guys. You got any other ones, or any other questions? Oh yeah. All right, guys. You got any other ones, or any other questions? Give me 1 second here. Let me send out a quick tweet here, guys, and throw out your next ones there you want me to look at. Let me send out a quick tweet here, guys, and throw out your next ones there you want me to look at. Okay. All right, guys. You got any other ones you want me to take a look at for you? If not, we'll jump into the scans. It is really early. It's only 8:22. Not seeing a whole lot of action out there right now. Plug. We haven't looked at Plug in forever, guys. Plug power. Good morning, investors. So plug power, we had identified previously this mid $17 zone support. Came right off that level. And now, what ideally you'd want to see is going to be a break and hold of this $23 zone. It's already above it, but now you want to see that level hold. Look at this previous support. This is a major support zone on plug for a little while. It's already above it, but now you want to see that level hold. Look at this previous support. This is a major support. It goes back. Look on plug for a little while. This was a big level on plug. And now we're testing that level. The problem with that is that we have the 50-day moving average right there. See that blue line? Right there, just above it. So this whole little level here is going to be a really good area to watch. If maybe it struggles at that 50-day moving average and pulls in, maybe it starts to hold this 23, the 50-day works in there, we break down a little bit, and then boom, we get right back above it. And then at that point, if that were to happen, it would be the 50-day moving average level along with this previous resistance. You see it right there. Previous resistance. Previous support. Previous support. Previous support. Previous support. That's going to be a very, very nice key level to watch on plug. I mean, look, the chart says it all. That level right there is a must watch. As a matter of fact, I'm going to include it in like the back burner list, just so that we keep it on watch for maybe next week. Watching for the $23 area to hold support. So that'll be a key level there. If that level holds support, you know, you do have a little room here towards 26. So that'll be a key level there. If that level holds support, you know, you do have a little room. Over 26, you really open up to this 200-day moving average level, which is at 29. Over 26, you really open up to this 200-day moving average level, which is at 29. Oh, guys, before I forget, remember, today is Free Chat Monday. Today's Free Chat Monday. So you can join here and be with us all day long. There you go. There's the link. So if you are not a member of the Day Trader chat room, you can join there today, and it's Free Chat Monday. You can hang out with us in the live stream all day long. I stream all day. I stream all day until the close. And I'm on the mic, so we'll do the pre-market around 9:20. Then we'll do the live trading. Then around 11:30 we'll do the recaps and live lessons of the day. 12 o'clock lunch. 2 o'clock I get back on the mic. Then around 11:30 we'll do the recaps and live lessons of the day. 12 o'clock lunch. 2 o'clock I get back on the mic. Also, guys, here is the weekly watch list if you want to copy it down. We did send it out in an email yesterday as well. All right, do you have any other tickers you want me to look at? It's almost 8:30, so it's still pretty early. We can still get after it there and go over some names or news or any questions you might have regarding trading. Or while you guys look up something to look up, I'll read you a little piece of news here. U.S. stock futures dropped Monday, but traded off earlier lows on the last day of February after the Biden administration announced additional sanctions against Russia and central banks over Moscow's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. On Saturday, the U.S., European allies, and Canada agreed to cut off key Russian banks from the interbank SWIFT messaging system. Wall Street mounted a strong rally Friday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average having its best day since November 2020. In a week of wild swings in the market, the Dow closed down slightly as the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq finished higher. Jose, good morning. POWW, we'll look at that one right now. Monday's new actions by the White House effectively prohibit Americans from doing any business with Russian central bank, as well as freezes assets within the United States. The weekend coordinated move to block Russian banks from SWIFT, which stands for Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, means they won't be able to communicate securely with banks beyond its borders. So that's why that SWIFT is so key. All right, so POWW, POW. Oh man, you know what that reminds me of? Hold on, guys. That ticker reminds me of Catalina wine mixer. Pow! Who remembers that? Come on. All right, so pow. Oh, we actually did this one recently, apparently, or maybe even... Yeah, it was definitely recently. As a matter of fact, we can know when we did it because all I have to do is hover over this line and it'll tell me when I drew it. Look at this, February 8th. We went over this on February 8th. That's funny. And that line, guys, that we drew on February 8th. Look, previous support here. Previous support here. Previous support there. And then you have resistance here. What do we have? 50-day moving average is now over it. The 50-day has been a clear level of resistance. Now we add that into this resistance support line from the daily chart, and we have resistance there. This might be something you can watch for resistance to show up and fade. It might be something you can watch for that. Now, if that level does end up breaking on high volume, strong volume, and becoming support again, that'll be a different animal. And you'll have to watch it because you would have some room there towards $5. $5 being right here, these highs. Boom. The Elvis. The Elvis. Dude, is that you? Is that... And some people are thinking it's like me messing around if that's Elvis. But is that Elvis, my boy from high school? This stuff is crazy. Inflation, nuclear tensions, war, Russian banking system crash, sanctions, all priced in. So, pamp it seems. That's not all priced in necessarily. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had the gap down. Because the nuclear keyword there actually sent futures lower last night. And that's what caused the gap down. But I'd say that what is priced in is most of this, as far as Ukraine goes and Russia, would be priced in as far as this being the low for like the whole Russian-Ukraine conflict. My man, what's up? You're all the way out there in the Middle East, huh? Guys, my boy there, Elvis, he's a service member in the army. He's out there. Dude, stay safe out there, man. I looked at the name and I was like, I think I know this guy. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Tesla? We'll look at Tesla. All right, so we did puts on Tesla on Friday. Yeah, Friday we did puts on Tesla. We caught a little bit of this downside move here. Right now, let's see, because we did put Tesla on the weekly watch list right here. So with Tesla, you want to see 800 hold support. And you're probably going to continue seeing this 200-day moving average in the 830 area. Hold resistance. Very, very tight range right now on Tesla. The SPY, I think this low for now holds because that's like the Russia-Ukraine low. We talked about this last week. Well, on Friday. Friday or Thursday, we talked about this low. We said this low would be the Russian-Ukraine low. And unless some major escalation happens, I don't think we see that low break. We could see it get tested, you know. I don't think that low breaks. well, let me rephrase this. I don't think that low breaks regarding Russian-Ukraine news, unless there's some obscene escalation, or we see Putin get crazy and decide to make moves into near Poland or anything like that. If something like that happens, all bets are off. All bets are off. This market implodes and World War III happens. I mean, there's no way around that. Okay, but as long as it just stays Russian-Ukraine and it doesn't move from there and it doesn't escalate crazy and Putin doesn't mention anything stupid like Poland, then that low of 410 holds, should hold. Moving into next month with the Fed meeting and all that good stuff, and the rest of the year with inflation and interest rate hikes and the possibility, more than likely, of more interest rate hikes than that have been said or published, then at that point I do think 410 breaks. I don't think 410 is the year's low. In other words, I think we could see the 390s. Now, how certain am I of that? I'm pretty confident in it, but I could be wrong, right? And tomorrow, Putin packs it up, goes home. The supply chain issues 2 weeks from now get rectified, and that might help. That would help inflation, and things change. So right now, in the moment, as things stands, I think 410 is the Russian-Ukraine low, but it's not the low of the year. I think inflation data at 40-year highs. I think interest rate hikes coming. I think all of that, plus anything else geopolitical that might happen throughout the year. I think 410 breaks. And it's not that I'm, oh my God, the market's going to crash. And everybody's going to, that's it. Everybody's going to lose their money. Guys, look at the market. Historically, the market always goes up, right? So it's, what I'm thinking is we're in for like 2 years, right, of like this correction, bearish type action. And then we start getting bullish again. NVIDIA. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Whoops. So NVIDIA has actually held up really well. Look at this. NVIDIA's actually held up really well. We got that 200-day moving average right there, holding up as support right now. So as long as this level holds in the 230 area, we could see NVIDIA, drift its way up here to 250, 260. But it's got to hold that 200-day moving average. That red line is the 200-day moving average. But it's got to hold that 200-day moving average. That red line is the 200-day moving average. The King Norton McAfee. I don't understand the question. CVNA. The King Norton McAfee. I don't understand the question. CVNA. Okay, so this level here at 163, 162, previous support there, back here in the past, with a little bit of resistance in here, turned big time resistance here recently. We're right in front of that level. We might just see it pull in away from that. Now, where could we find some support? Well, it has been finding some support here at 132. And at 143, you can see it clear as day right there. This 132 area is a little bit more, a little bit more stable, I would say, a little bit more concrete. You can see previous support here. Yeah. So that would be like the little channel to watch on this. You ideally would like to see it hold this 132 area. So that would be like the little channel to watch on this. You ideally would like to see it hold this HOWS. There's HOWS. I don't understand, man. HLWS doesn't show up as a ticker. How's Norton holding? I don't understand, I mean, I'm going to need the ticker for that Norton, unless it's NRTN, Norton Motorcycles, Norton Goldfield Fields, Norton LifeLock, NLOK. Is that it? Is this what you're wanting me to look up? A little confused there. If it's this one that you're looking for, this $28 zone, 29. Look at that resistance there. If it's this one that you're here, for, this $28 zone, and then some structure back here. Okay, there you go. So there you go, that $28 zone right there, major level right now. Clear as day. And you can even see right now, look at today's candle. Look at this previous little support here. So yeah, that's the level to watch for now. All right, guys, it's 8:40, just about 8:40. So any last minute tickers you want me to take a look at for you, throw it up in chat there. If not, I'll go ahead and start working on the watch list with you. All right, so MULN hitting the scans here this morning as a gapper. Let's take a look at this one. 4 hours ago, EV manufacturer Mullen announces progress on solid-state polymer battery pack development. So that's what's going on here. I don't think that EV stuff is going to move around much right now. Whoops. I don't think that EV stuff is going to move around much right now. We might have 150 resistance here if this stock can break $1 and hold it as support. We might have 150 resistance here if this stock can break $1 and hold it. 84-cent area could be some support there. So, I mean, we could put it on here. I know some people would like these smaller stocks like this. So, MULN announces progress on solid-state polymer battery pack development. Watching for the 84-cent area to hold support. Could have room towards 150 if it can break and hold $1 area. All right, NRSN hit the scans as well, but this doesn't look strong at all. NRSN. Yeah, there's no news on this. Hey, Psycho Fitness, what's up? CRTX. Wow, man, this thing just keeps getting destroyed. Look at this. Gap down. Huge, like sideways bear flag formation. Another gap down. Huge sideways action here. There's nothing, there's literally nothing here that shows me that this stock is downtrending. There's nothing here that shows me that. If we just look here, we got a downtrend resistance line that's holding extremely well. Yeah, but remember, guys, just because a stock has massive short interest doesn't mean it has to ever squeeze. It doesn't. This thing can go to 15 cents. It doesn't mean it would need, in order for a stock that has a massive short position in it, in order for that stock to have a sort of squeeze, it needs to have some sort of fundamental catalyst change within the company that would draw in investors, that would draw in new money, that would buy the stock, which in turn would cause what? The squeeze. It will cause shorts to begin to cover. So Don't go after. It's okay to have them on your watch list, guys, but in my opinion, it's not a good strategy to find stocks with high short interest and just buy them. There's a reason why they have a high short interest. It's because if they have a short interest, it's because the company's crap. It's the truth. Go look at the short interest on Apple. Go look at the short interest on Nvidia, on AMD. You know, go look at the short interest on Google, right? Good companies do not have high short interest. They do not. Now, garbage companies will have high short interest. They will have high short interest. It's good to keep them on watch because if they get squeezy going, then they're fun and fast. But this is going to need something to change its course. Look, if you go to the weekly chart, look at that weekly chart. If we look at it, one cannot come in here and be like, oh, shorts beat up the stock. It's not that shorts beat up the stock. It's that something fundamentally is wrong with the company and has caused this type of move. Right? What is it? I don't know specifically. Let me see if I can see really quickly something. Okay, well, okay, so this is an Alzheimer's drug company. Apparently, Alzheimer's drug company to cut workforce in half, pay off existing executives. Okay, so this is an Alzheimer's drug company. Apparently, Alzheimer's drug company. Oh, here we go. See, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they failed. They completely flopped their Alzheimer's drug. That's what happened here. Okay, so they failed. They completely flopped their Alzheimer's drug. That's what happened here. Oh, you're new to investing? Okay, so if you're new to investing and new to trading, stand by. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get you something. Snap. You don't have to buy anything. I'm gonna get you a couple of my videos. Remember, first things first. I want you to understand something. Trading is trading. Investing is investing. Two different animals. I don't give a crap about the health of the companies I day trade. Now, the stuff I long-term invest, I approach with a 10 to 20 year hold, meaning I'm going to put my money in that company and I'm going to wait 10 to 20 years to see what happens because I'm an investor. I want to own a piece of that company. I don't care how small it may be. Right? I'm an investor in the company. There's a difference. Now, really quickly, let me get you a video here. Actually, I'm going to get you a playlist. Give me 1 second, guys. Just trying to help out a new person. I'm going to get you a playlist here that I did. Here we go. Long-term investing. Okay, so here. Long-term investing for new investors. This is a full playlist. Watch all these videos. Ah, why did it not? This is a full playlist. Let me get you the link again. Watch all these videos. Still looking for a freelancer? Stop it. Let me get you the link again. Okay, so here you go. This is a full playlist, long-term investing playlist. There you go. Okay, so here you go. 100,000, 300,000. This is a full playlist. Okay, so there you go. I want you to watch that playlist. There's a video in there that you're gonna like a lot. It's for a retirement account, okay? But it's like it's long. It's a 28-minute video, but it's gonna guide you step by step on how to establish and open a retirement account called a Roth IRA, where the profits inside of that account, when you go retire, when you're 60 years old, let's say, that's when you can take that money out, 59 and a half. You can take that money out. You can sell out of your stocks if you want and then take that money out. All that profit is tax-free within a Roth IRA. We actually just did a 2-day little seminar at the daytraderchatroom.com, guys. After we were done trading in the morning, what we did was we were going to recap, and then instead of a trading lesson on Thursday and Friday of the last week, we did Thursday and Friday, we did long-term investing stuff. Here, let me show you guys really quickly the power of compound. interest. Let's say you're 30 years old, you're going to retire at 60, you're going to open up an investment account with 2,500 bucks. This is really quickly. You can put $500 a month away inside that retirement account and invest in it, buying stocks or ETFs. Okay, the max you can put in a Roth IRA is $6,000 per year. If you make too much money to open a Roth IRA, you can only open up a traditional. What you do is you open up a traditional IRA, then you call them up on the phone and you backdoor convert it, completely legal, into a Roth IRA. You put your 500 bucks every single month in there, or your 6,000 every year. The S&P 500 does a rate of return between 10 to 12 over the span of 30 years. Let's say 10%. You calculate that. You opened up the account with 2,500 bucks. You contributed over 30 years $180,000, and you made in profit, on average, $997,000 tax-free within a Roth IRA. All right, that's it. Really quickly, that's just a little crash there for you guys. Okay. Mark, my pleasure. Oh, Psycho, man, my pleasure, man. Totally my pleasure, guys. When you guys tell me stuff like that and you're like new and you want to learn, I get excited, bro. And when I get excited, I just start remembering all the information. I do, authentically. This is just what I like to do. My pleasure, Mark. My pleasure, Psychos. There you go, the king. Lean and mean. That's right. Hold on, guys. Let me get a little sip of my Cuban coffee here. All right, let's start writing up today's watch list, because I went off on a little side tangent there. I tried to make it quick, but if you guys want to talk more about that, I'm all about it. But right now, let's build this watch list. So SPY today, I'm watching SPY watching for the 435, 435.50. 435.50 area to hold resistance. Could have downside. Could have room to 430 zone. If 435.50 becomes support, watching for a move back to 440. All right, so that's what I'm watching on the SPY. Let's see Tesla. No Starbucks, man. Oh, there you go. So 2 marks. There you go. All right, so Tesla. Oh, there you go. So 2 marks. There you go. Tesla watching for 800 to hold support. Watching for $800 area to hold support. Could have room towards 830s. Right? Or is it 860s? No, 830s where the 200-day moving average is at. Or, okay, so I'm watching the 800 area to hold support on Tesla for a potential bounce to 830. Or we're watching 800 to break down, become resistance, could have room to fall to the 780s. INDO. Oh, guys, look, INDO broke up over 1240s. We got to keep that on watch now. It broke up and over and is holding so far. You can watch and see if that level holds support. I'm going to put it on the watch list here. I'm going to put it on the back burner. So INDO watching for 1240 area to hold support. Could have room towards 15. Okay, so that 15 would come from this candle here on this day. That should be 15. 1447. So the mid 14s. Could have room towards the mid 14s. Okay. It was an accident, Jonah. It was an accident, good sir. Who do I use for taxes? My accountant. I have an accountant here in South Florida. She does my taxes all the time. I I go like this. I go, here are some actual papers that I have. Here you go. And here are my PDFs. I don't want anything to do with it, to be honest. It's worth paying to get done, you know what I mean? I don't want anything to do with it, to be honest. Yeah, Jonah, it was an accident, my man. I know you're watching. It was an accident, and it's an accident that happened about a week ago, my good sir. I've been hiding it, but I kind of forgot to today. Oh man, you're laughing over there so much. I've been hiding it, but I kind of forgot to today. All right. Oh man, you're laughing over there so much. Okay, so we have Spy, Tesla, MULN, Plug, INDO. Plug and INDO is on the back burner list. So we have Spy, Tesla, MULN on the main list here. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. All those things you hear is Jonal. He has discovered something. It's my own fault. Guys, Jonal's the site admin over at the daytraderchatroom.com. He's also the admin over at the Discord, of course, since that's part of the daytraderchatroom.com. He is also my business partner, and I've known this guy since he was like 16 years old, and he's tormenting me right now. And I can't get into it because I'm live on the I'm live on the channel. Jonal. And then he knows that after I'm done here, I have to get ready to trade. So I'm not going to be able to mess with him and give him a hard time on anything. Exxon. So Exxon Mobil, I'd imagine. $80 resistance has shown up tremendous here recently. And you have support at 74. You can see it here. And back here. There's like a little channel play here right now between 80 to 74. You can see it here and back here. There's like a little channel play here right now between 80 to 74. Okay, so it seems like that's about it, guys. Very small watch list here. Let's put NVIDIA on here as well. NVIDIA watching for the 232 area, 200-day MA zone for support. Could have room towards 250. On the flip side, if the 200-day breaks and becomes resistance, could have room to fall towards 225-ish. Could have room to fall towards the 225 area. Alright, so we have Spy, Tesla, MULN, NVIDIA, Plug, and INDO on watch, guys. I think that's the well-rounded watch list right now. Remember, today is Free Chat Monday. You can come join us in the Discord and have free chat all day long. Alright, that's a free Discord. Today is Free Chat Monday. Come trade. Alright, that's a free Discord. Today is Free Chat Monday. ALF. Yeah, we did. We actually went over that one a couple times. What's up? What's up, Great Dane? ALF. It's actually on the weekly watch list as well, so it was sent out to everybody's email last night. Okay. Let me grab something here. Guys, if you're not receiving our emails with our watch list and stuff, here you go. Sign up there because we send these every Sunday night. We send out the weekly watch list, and every morning we send out the daily watch list. So ALF 270s resistance, you can see it clearly there, and back here, previous support zone. All right, so that level right now is showing up as resistance. If it does, you could probably get shorts and fade this down to the 220s. All right, guys, we got like 2-3 more minutes here left. So if you have any last minute questions, go ahead and throw it up in chat. If not, we'll start getting ready to rock and roll here. We'll put the final touches on this watch list, get it sent out. We'll get it sent out to your inboxes, and then I'm going to hop on over to the Discord at 9:20 a.m. and I'll be going over the watch list with the team there, as well as my plans on the day. We'll trade in the morning around 11:30. We'll jump into live recaps and live lessons on the day. And then 12 to 2 is lunch. At 2 p.m. I jump back on the microphone and we'll do some afternoon scans. And maybe we'll do an afternoon lesson depending on how the day's going. All right? That's what we do every single day, by the way. Obviously, we do live Q&As as well. So any last minute questions, throw them up in chat there for me. Obviously, we do live Q&As as well. If there are no last minute questions, then what I'll do is I'll just put up the final touches here. We'll get this sent straight away. And we'll say good luck. Tomorrow, look, my flashlight got turned on somehow. Tomorrow I'll be back on here at 8 o'clock in the morning again. And we'll do it all over again, guys. We'll make a new watch list. We'll answer some questions. We'll learn and grow together, because that's what it's all about here, okay? So today's weekly list, SPY, well, not weekly list, daily list, SPY, Tesla, MULN, NVIDIA, plug, INDO. Oh, you know what? Let me check on Rivian real quick. Nah, nothing there right now. I mean, it is holding 60, and you do have a big channel between 60 to 71. This thing's got destroyed. All right, guys. Good luck out there today. Stay safe. Watch your share size. Make sure that you're trading according to your risk tolerance and sticking to your plans. Stick to your stop losses. Like I tell my team at the daytraderchatroom.com, it's okay to be wrong. It's just never okay to hold bags, all right? That's what destroys your accounts and destroys your mental capital. Stay safe out there, guys. Any questions, swing on by the Discord. I'll be happy to help you, and so will all the other mods as well, okay? Good luck out there today. Stay safe out there, guys. Any questions, swing on by the Discord. I'll be happy to help you, and so will all the other mods as well, okay? Good luck out there today.